So much character development in this episode of Haikyuu. Kageyama Hinata's character development was awesome, but mainly the focus of character development was really on Kageyama. We find out a little bit about his backstory. We also find out that he finally accepts Hinata for being a spiker. So this is a very good episode. We see how these two characters that's had some form of difference since episode 1 has finally started to working together, and we got Kageyama finally actually understanding and acknowledging Hinata. So this is a very good episode. That's what pretty much this episode was focusing on, even though it had a badass montage. That montage, oh my god, that montage was freaking awesome. I love stuff like that, especially when sports anime goes to do straight out montage of when a character's determination is shown of how much hard work he's trying to put in to get better. But overall, this episode was mainly just a training episode, building up these characters, getting to see more interactions with Kageyama and Hinata as characters, and seeing how they will flow later on in this series. And I like that. I love how they demonstrate their straight-out ability to be very good and determined to win against any enemy. Now, this episode introduced two freaking first years that are going to be playing on the same team as Kageyama and Hinata. That's who they're going to be versing on Saturday. I want to tell you, I think one of those characters are a prick. That blonde one with the glasses is an asshole. Downright, the way he's making fun of Kageyama, saying he's a king, constantly calling him king, and then just talking about his past and trying to bring up something that probably hurts Kageyama's character. Just, it's messed up. He's a really mean character. My impressions of him, he's very creepy, mean, and he's a jerk. That's really all I can get from him so far. But I mean, Kageyama's also been kind of a jerk for this past 3 episodes. But I mean, that's how his character's been shown, but he's definitely a caring teammate that wants to win. So, something happened in the past. Something that Hinata didn't get to see after the match that he lost in. Something happened to Kageyama's team to where they lost faith in him and pretty much just probably gave up and lost the match. Because in the actual episode, we see a little bit of a flashback of Kageyama, and a ball goes past his teammates and hits the ground. I'm guessing someone scores a point. Most likely, it's because his teammates that we saw fighting Hinata, I think episode 1, pretty much just, gave up on him because he was so annoying, he was cocky, and they thought that, he was just too determined to win. Because even though Kageyama is technically too cocky, and he wants to win too much, and he actually is kind of mean the way he goes about it, he tells certain people that you're not essential to winning, like he told Hinata this episode, pretty much, it shows that I can see how people can, not have respect for him, but at the same time, he's so determined to win, he wants the best team possible, and he wants people to try. So Kageyama, I see his traits, I see what he's good for, and I see now he actually acknowledges, Hinata for his actual traits now. And so I felt like this was very good. It was great development. Good episode. I love all around the actual atmosphere and animation. The animation of the eyes I've been noticing about the series is really beautiful. I love the eye style that they use in Haikyuu. It's just something unique. You don't get to see the way the eyes are shaded a lot in other anime. Really unique, and I like the way they do the shading underneath the neck with the eyes. It's just, I don't know, something about the shading of this episode is really good. I didn't really notice it in the other episodes, but this episode really stood out with the shading of the eyes. Now, I love the music that was used, especially the montage music. That was a really good moment, and for a second I thought I was watching Yowamushi Pedal when I saw freaking Hinata just going up the mountain with his bike with a raincoat. I was like, is this freaking Yowamushi Pedal? Either way, I like this episode. I love the pacing and the way the direction of Haikyuu is heading. It's a very good series. I'm glad they're taking their time to do these training episodes along with developing our 2 main characters, and at the same time they're giving us screen time to these other characters like the senpais. Oh my god, they're so badass. I still love those senpais. They're so freaking epic. So really, tell me your thoughts about this episode of Haikyuu. Do you feel like this series is getting even better? Do you feel like this is one of the best sports anime of this season? And do you feel like all the development of our characters are developing great? And also, what do you feel about the actual other first years that are going to be challenging Kageyama and Hinata next episode most likely? So everybody, I love you so much. Please be safe, and Chibi out.